Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of the Men of Steel podcast where we talk about Superman and Superman adjacent topics. If you enjoy this clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your shows. Why don't we move on then to what is really like getting to the finale of the story, like getting into the meat and potatoes as Superman logs everything, which is great because I love that as like a callback to those great scenes of Superman like etching into metal with his fingernail, like his journals and so forth, as we go into the story of coming up with the diplomatic solution for the Kandor situation and moving into Lex Luthor's plot.
And writing a will, too. I mean, he's writing his story, but it is also, like, I think the title of the issue is actually The Last Will and Testament of Superman. This is a lot going on in this, and it really does not, it feels like this is one of the issues that feels like a much bigger part of the story. There's stuff going on here that is consistent, what he does with the Infinite Universe Queek. You know, there's definitely some resolution there, but for the most part, this feels like Superman has finally accepted his death. Here's the setup.
Yeah, this is sort of packing up the house, and I mean, it's a callback to when he told Lois to think of the fortress not just as a place he stores things and goes to when he needs to not hear people in, you know, the surrounding 100-mile radius around him. It's a time capsule. One of the things a time capsule needs to do is give you context. And so him facing the end of his life is trying to give some final thoughts in terms of, future generations, I was here for the beginning of the age of superheroes. I'm not going to make it till the end. So here's what I think about things so far. And then just trying to tidy up little bits of the world here and there of again, just his increased curiosity and intelligence being put to its absolute limit of what can I do right now?
Without using that increased curiosity to be arrogant. Like, we're not getting this sort of high level view of like a Miracle Man type scenario where it's like, I don't have time for regular people anymore. Right. Because this is the issue where we get probably the most famous page from this whole comic, which is the girl who's on the ledge and Superman gives her a hug. And like, I mean, it's a beautiful page that we all talk about for a reason. Mm-hmm. You know, he is there for the little people and also the very little people, because there's a Kandor subplot and I couldn't help but make that joke. But like,
how dare you?
There's big idea stuff here. He makes a whole tiny little universe so he can observe what a world without Superman is like, which is so fucking rad and also so fucking Morris.
I mean, and again, talk about seeds planted earlier. The Infinite Universe of Queek first appears in the 1990 series JLA in Rock of Ages, when our heroes visit the alternate dimensional world of Wonder World. There it is. And then Morrison visits it again in JLA Classified, and then connects it to the Seven Soldiers villain, the Nebula Man, and then it leads into a whole Seven Soldiers saga later. This little universe gets around in different forms in different parts of the DC multiverse. And here, yeah, it's just, again, you're absolutely right. Curiosity is not arrogance, it's enthusiasm. He is not looking at this little universe and thinking like, I am your god. It's just, I wonder what they're gonna do. And I hope I just keep the outside of it safe.
Yeah, and there's a lot of nods here to those JLA Classified issues, which do feel like a prequel to this book. Queek is our world. It's us. It's the one that we're on, of us talking right now. I mean, that's a big center part of JLA Classified, but it's nailed to like specific historical occurrences here.
Yeah.
Where like we literally see Nietzsche writing his Superman book. It's not disguised that it's meant to be us. I think that's such an interesting thing where, you know, the moral of this issue, and Queek doesn't really come up again in the book, is that, you know, without Superman, we'd have to make it, right? That's kind of like, it's so clearly put on the page. But I think it's beautiful that even Superman has to do that. You know what I mean? Like, he has to figure out how to do that in himself.
Remember, if you like the clip, after you're done liking and subscribing, check out certainpov.com, where you can find more episodes of the show, as well as a ton of other great shows.